celebrate that, a place reminds us of our duties towards our nation. So, I would like to invite my friend Insa Shahzad for the pledge.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Myself Shadma from class 5 Maryam. Today I am going to recite a very famous poem, Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening by Robert Frost. Before I begin with the poem, I would like to give a brief introduction about the poet. He was born in the year 1874 and died in the year 1963. He was an American poet of the 20th century. At the age of 18, Frost started newspaper reporting and writing poetry. He is highly regarded for his realistic depictions of rural life. His famous works include Fire and Ice, Mending Wall, A Boy's Will, The Road Not Taken, etc. Robert Frost was the only poet who was honored with the prestigious Pulitzer Prize 4 times for his work. Now I recite the poem Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening. Whose woods these are, I think I know. His house is in the village though. He will not see me stopping here to watch his woods fill up with snow. My little horse must think it queer to stop without a farmhouse near. Between the woods and frozen lake, the darkest evening of the year. He gives his harness bells a shake to ask if there is some mistake. The only other sounds the sweep of easy wind and downy flake. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. In this poem, Frost wants us to remember our work, to remember our duties and responsibilities. We should not get tempted to any enjoyable things we see around us. We should not rest until our work is completed. With this, thank you very much.
जीना मेरा मरना इलाही तेरी खातिर हो मेरा जीना मेरा मरना इलाही तेरी खातिर हो मेरा रुकना मेरा चलना इलाही तेरी खातिर हो मेरा रुकना मेरा चलना इलाही तेरी खातिर हो मेरा जीना मेरा मरना इलाही तेरी खातिर हो मसाजिद में मजालिस में तू ही तो हो मेरे दिल में मसाजिद में मजालिस में तू ही तो हो मेरे दिल में मेरा रोना मेरा हंसना इलाही तेरी खातिर हो मेरा रोना मेरा हंसना इलाही तेरी खातिर हो मेरा जीना मेरा मरना इलाही तेरी खातिर हो ज़माना ढल रहा है मग़रिबी तहज़ीब में लेकिन ज़माना ढल रहा है मग़रिबी तहज़ीब में लेकिन मेरा हर रंग में ढलना इलाही तेरी खातिर हो मेरा हर रंग में ढलना इलाही तेरी खातिर हो मेरा जीना मेरा मरना इलाही तेरी खातिर हो मेरा मुश्किल कुशा तू है मेरा हाजत कुशा तू है मेरा हाजत रवा तू है वफा करना
class 8 Iqbal to share the difference.
I'm Adiba Zafar, a student of class 7 Zulfaida, standing before you all to speak on the topic, believe in yourself. Believing in yourself is the fundamental key to success. A mediocre life can be achieved by anyone. If you want a great life, if you want to do wonders in your life, first, do believe in Allah and in yourself that there is nothing that you can't do. We all have, because you become what you believe in. Henry Ford, a renowned and successful American industrialist and a founder of Ford Motor Company, once said, if you believe that you can, you are right, you can. If you believe that you cannot, you are right, you cannot do it. I repeat once again, if you believe that you can, you are right, you can. If you believe that you cannot, you are right, you cannot do it. Exactly like that, you may have all potentials, you may have all resources, all ambitions, but if you do not have belief in yourself, you will not go ahead. You will not be able to do something different and something.
मैं हूँ मोहताज मुझे इल्म की दौलत दे दे अपने अनमोल खजाने से नामत दे दे मैं हूँ कमज़ोर मुझे दौलत माँ दे दे ना तवा बंदे से भी दीन की खिदमत ले ले जलवाए हक से मेरे दिल को फिरोजा कर दे नूर इस्लाम का चेहरे पे नुमाया कर दे रब कौन मेरे दिल की दुआएं सुन ले मैं परेशान हूँ शमाया इराहत दे दे अपने महबूब की सच्ची मोहब्बत दे दे जिसके सदके में दो आलम को बनाया तूने मेरे महबूब जिसे कह के बुलाया तूने वास्ता उसका गुनहगार की बख्शिश कर दे अपने इस बंदे नादिल पे नवाजिश कर दे नूर इस्लाम का चेहरे पे मुनावर कर दे रब कौन मेरे दिल की दुआएं सुन ले मैं हूँ बेचैन मेरे दिल की सदाएं सुन ले रब कौन मेरे दिल की दुआएं सुन ले
I am Laba Fatma from class 5 Maryam. I am here to present the thought of the day. Vince Lombardi, a famous American football coach, once said, winners never quit and quitters never win. I repeat it once again. Winners never quit and quitters never win. A winner is someone who is determined to reach his goals. No matter how difficult the journey is, a winner is ready to face challenges and obstacles that may come between him and his goals. On the other hand, a quitter gets worried by challenges and obstacles and finally gives up. If you quit, you will never get what you want. But if you keep on trying, you will find a way to get what you want. Thus, never quit until you win. We all deserve to be happy and successful. With this, thank you very much for listening to me patiently. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Myself, Sharifa Nasreen from class 5 Maryam. Long time ago, there lived a man in a village. He was very happy with his family, but his happiness could not last for long. He and other villagers faced a severe drought They desperately waited for rain, but with no luck. All the crops, land, and even trees dried up. The streams were dying. As there was no rain, the cattle started dying. One night, during a meet with the villagers, the man said, "Friends, we all have a hard time. We all have heard a story from our grandparents about an underground river that flows through our village." Why don't we dig and see? All the villagers agreed and started digging. They dug for some days, but gave up so easily. However, the man kept on digging. When people said him to give up, but he refused. One day, when he dug deep enough, he saw water. His attitude of not giving up saved the whole village. Never give up so easily. The man advised all the villagers, and now they had never short of water. Whenever any problem arises, the villagers come up together and find a solution. So, the moral of the story is never give up so easily. Thanks.
I am going to deliver a speech on the importance of time. The most precious treasure on this planet is time. Money can be gained or lost, but the time which we have right now, once lost, can never be regained. So, if you want to become successful in life and separate yourself from the crowd, use your time wisely. Nobody can imagine success without the proper utilization of time. Look at the successful people like Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, other highly successful people. They are successful because they use their time appropriately. Most people take this time for granted. Somebody has rightly said, अगर आप वक्त को बर्बाद करोगे तो वक्त आपको बर्बाद कर देगा. If you spoil the time will spoil you. The time you spend playing video games or chatting with friends will never come back. Once you use that time, it's gone forever. So, instead of wasting your time on meaningless things, use it to achieve your goals, use it to learn new skills, read books, and learn as much as you can. With this,
I am Salma Rashid from class 8 and today I am going to recite a poem that is written by me. And the title is It's Elysian. First of all, I would like to share the meaning of title. Elysian means relating to or characteristic of heaven or paradise. It's Elysian. Have you ever heard of flowers language? I have had. A house next to mine has a little version of paradise. Has my pearl, namely Bougainvillea, and it's Elysian. I can hear her. Her mellifluous voice gives me the tranquility. Then I feel it's Elysian. I can feel she always waits to be plucked by her pearls to hands, and then read heavy books and on her pearls mother's hair. I feel it's Elysian. I can imagine whole paradise is an territory of Bougainvillea, and I'm writing poetry on her. I feel it's Elysian. Thanks.
Everyone, and I am student of class 8th Iqbal. Today I am going to share the difference between autobiography and biography. Autobiography means life story of a person written by the person itself, whereas biography means life story of a person written by someone else. Example, if I write about my life from my birth to death, it is autobiography. If my friend writes about my life from my birth to death, it is biography. I hope you understood the difference between autobiography and biography. Thank you.
Thank you very much for this wonderful performance. Now, I'll be inviting Zian Rizwan of class 8 Iqbal to share the difference between X and farmer.
my name is Zian Rizwan and I am student of class 8 Iqbal. Today I am going to share the differences between X and former. X means the previous one, the immediate past or the most recent, whereas the former means before the previous ones. There can be only one ex-Prime Minister of India. If I ask you who was the Prime Minister of India before Mr. Modi, your answer will be Dr. Manmohan Singh.
So, Dr. Manmohan Singh is the ex-Prime Minister of India, and everyone else before Dr. Manmohan Singh like Atal Bihari Vajpayee, Indira Gandhi and Jawaharlal Nehru are the former Prime Ministers. A country may have several former Prime Ministers or several former Presidents, but only one ex-Prime Minister or one ex-President. I hope you would have understood the differences between